Typhoon Betty, of course known as Mawar internationally, continuing to swirl off the northeast coast of Luzon. We have been seeing some reports of damage out here, even a warehouse being knocked down in the Santa Ana area, which is about as close as you can get to the storm system in far northeastern Luzon. The Batanes Islands also under signal force 2 at this time, and still seeing that inflow with showers, which are going to start to add up over the next few days. There's actually the video of that warehouse falling down. You can see it right there from the storm system. Now, I do want to stress, and I've been getting this from a lot of people who are saying, where's the super typhoon, guys? Well, the point is, this is still passing well towards the east of the Philippines. And by the way, not even a super typhoon. It's continuing the weekend, now down to about a category 2 on the Safford-Simpson scale. It's well off towards the east. We have a big wind field, so we're seeing those tropical storm strength conditions extend out. But for a lot of you, especially if you're in a sheltered area in some of these valleys, you're probably not going to be seeing as much as far as those sustained typhoon-type conditions. Big thing right now, we are seeing the fringes of that impact Luzon, the Batanes Islands. But as we go ahead, and we've been saying this for well over a week, that drier inflow is going to create some nice weather. And then once the storm passes on by, we're going to get the backside, that inflow as it moves towards the north here. And eventually, moving into the southern Japanese islands, Miyako, Ishigaki, Jima, and eventually passing towards Okinawa. But by the time it gets near Okinawa, and I'll talk about that in a second, it's going to be a shell of its former self. So right now, the big issue continues to be that threat of rainfall. And I know for a lot of you, you're thinking, where's the rain? It's coming. You got to remember, the winds are coming in from the north right now if you're out here on the west coast. So if it's coming in from the north, you're not getting that inflow. It has to get a little bit further towards the north here so the wind and that inflow can come in from the southwest. And that's where we're going to start to see that enhanced monsoonal flow, because it's that tail, it's that funnel that we're really worried about, not the direct influence from our storm, which, by the way, look at us down to 130, 110. And by Friday into Saturday, 95, we're starting to talk about tropical storm near Okinawa. If you're in Okinawa, you're worried about this, you don't really have to be. Just be smart. Don't head out into the ocean. There you go. There's my tip for the day. Don't go in the ocean when there's a tropical storm. Look at this, though. Mawar hit 50.9 on the ACE. This is the Accumulated Cyclone Index. And for the entire month of May, basically has put out the most energy out of any tropical system in the month of May in the Western Pacific, because it's been moving so slow. It's had that fierce intensity for so long, just so much energy out of here being picked up as this moves across those warm waters of the Philippine Sea, and kind of alluding to the fact that these waters have been warming. We're even heading out of a La Nina into an El Nino, which would suppress these storms, but boy, there's so much energy with this. Taking a look at the forecast Thursday and the Friday, pulling towards the north. There's that tail I'm talking about. So places like Mindoro, probably going to see the heaviest rain there. Manila, not so much, but you are going to get those showers. And also over towards Region 1, especially on Wednesday, over towards Thursday, that inflow that continues to run up there with those scattered showers. But the good news, I'll say it again. You're missing the worst of this storm. I know there's been some media outlets that have been saying there's a super typhoon out there, and I'm like, guys, it entered the PAR. I think when you say entered the Philippine Area of Responsibility, it's a little bit misleading because people think, oh my goodness, it's coming to the Philippines. You gotta still look at the track, and not only the track in the center line, but the overall impacts from the storm. And you see that inflow. That's what we're talking about as far as the rain, but these are not typhoon conditions. If you get in one of these streamers that set up, you could have some localized flooding with some rain totals 300 to 400 millimeters, and that's going to be the big issue. But as far as direct impacts, it's not there. So just make sure you're getting reading the entire information and planning out. And also, by the way, before I get into the forecast for Okinawa, big thanks for everybody who continues to support this channel. You're here because you do want to know that entire information, and I do appreciate it. I always love giving you guys a shout out. Hit that subscribe button. It helps us out. We're trying to get up to 100,000 subscribers so we can get verified here. Here we go. Friday evening. Kind of get that streamer coming on shore. By that point, the storm's a shell of its former self, but still could bring some messy weather into Okinawa. If you get under a storm watch as far as the core conditions, that's probably the max. You're not going to go into core 1 with this at that point by the time it comes to the north, because it's just not going to be a typhoon as it heads to the southern Japanese islands. It'll be messy. Big old wind field, lots of waves, stay out of the water. but it's not going to be a typhoon as it heads off there towards the north. And like I said, once again, you're not seeing typhoon conditions here in the Philippines. Seeing that inflow, and look at the rain totals adding up through the rest of the week, all on the west coast. So if you're not on the immediate west coast or in the mountains on the west coast, it's just a little bit further inland, you're not going to see the heaviest of the rainfall. But Manila, you know, several days of, yes, those showers coming right up the bay there, and it's going to add up over several days. So something we're going to continue to watch out for. Anyways, yeah, that's a look at what's happening here today, guys. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please let me know. Big thanks for everybody on Patreon and everybody who has joined up on the YouTube channel and everybody who has subscribed. We got about 3,000 subscribers this past week. It's sad that it takes a typhoon to do that, but thankfully there has been no deaths out from this storm. So hopefully these videos have helped contribute to that, and that's our goal, right? Anyways, that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and of course, stay safe out there.